morning peeps, welcome back to the sewing room. Happy Monday. I have had a very productive morning. I have written yet another letter to my bank. Fingers crossed they will acknowledge that I have moved addresses, which will mean that I can sort out my PO box. That would be fabulous. I have packaged up the 3 parcels that have gone out. Brookdale 731 jumped at the offer because there's 2 people that I just haven't heard from, so I've relabeled it for the next people. So I'm just waiting to hear back from the Gower. Oh gosh, 2 secs. The Gower 30. If I don't hear back from you, then the next person on the list is the lovely Maureen, who has been messaging me and letting me know that she would like them. And Maureen, if you don't get that last parcel, you're gonna be having the scraps that I've been cutting out from the latest collection. So there's a lot of Savannah, there's some of the denim, some of the coral embroidered eyelet, some of the raw silk. So there's a good parcel coming your way if you don't get the one that, if the Gower 30 does take up that offer. After that, I have Mariam M. Abdullah and Janet Kingshot, and then they will just be going up as first come first served in the shop. I have also written and printed out the Patreon newsletter. The last time I said it's definitely going to be monthly, and I think the last time I sent that out was July. I am sorry guys, the Patreon peeps have been incredibly patient with me. Thank you very much. I put a post up this morning for a vote for the next sew along for next month, and it's out of the 4 options that I put up for this month's sew along, 2 of them have turned into utter disasters. I'm not sure if this is a clever idea or not, but I've asked them to decide between the 2 dresses because I think both of those are going to work. I think they're both going to be the what I imagine them to be. So I have put those. I'm probably going to make both anyway, but one of them will end up being a sew along. That's done. I also have some new Patreon peeps to say hi to and some coffees to say thank you for. So the first one is Nicola Ann McRae. She sent me 2 coffees, which was very, very, very kind of you, Nicola, because Nicola bought one of the scrap bundles and I'd overcharged for postage, so I refunded her the postage amount, and then she bought me coffees with that refund and a bit extra. So thank you very much, Nicola. That was very, very kind of you, and I very much enjoyed my coffees. And the lovely Kay Asuni has joined the Patreon peeps, so thank you very much, Kay, and welcome. So I have my newsletters here, so they need to be addressed and signed, so I'm going to get that done this morning. Dad has very kindly offered to go to the post office for me, which is very, very sweet of him, so they should be heading out your way soon. And then I am up to date with Patreon. Well, not quite, because I still need to do my one take waffle for November, which I am filming on Wednesday. So yeah, that's good. That is good. So I am today going to try and rescue, butcher for parts, my wool. So believe it or not, that is actually a cape. This is not the cloak you're looking for. Which means that I am going to be making the Sorrento jacket. I got the pleated and gathered skirt finished last night. I did some of it during the hangout. It's ended up quite poofy. I did put a gathered underskirt underneath of it, which has made it quite poofy. But I don't mind that. I kind of like it, and it does mean that I'll be able to wear something like the pirate shirt underneath of it and none of the lumps and bumps will show. So there is, you know, it isn't too bad. And I got the trousers hemmed during the live hangout yesterday as well, the 7131. I had to shorten the elastic on those by 2 inches, which actually wasn't too traumatic, and I got done. So I need to make a note on the pattern when I go back to that one. I've erred too much on the side of caution, and I need to shorten the crotch depth by ½ an inch. Only ½ an inch. I've made it an inch longer than it was previously. I did measure, and it's now probably about ½ an inch too deep. But with the front pleat you can't really tell, and those trousers are so wide it's not the end of the world. But it just means for the next pair, which will be out of the linen and chambray Savannah fabric, I am going to raise the crotch depth up by that ½ inch. And I have also got to chop off, to get them to the ideal hem length, they need to be hemmed by 6½ inches. And I did a 4½ inch hem on the Viscose crepe green ones, and I think that works for that fabric because it was so lightweight. It's probably slightly too lightweight for trousers realistically, but for the Savannah linen chambray I only have 2½ meters, so I am going to take it back to the proper 1.5 inch hem allowance that the pattern comes from, so I get to shorten those trousers as well. So that's fine. I'm going to remember all of that because I'm going to do that fairly soon. In fact, actually, I will make a note. I will make a note. I am not going to work on the beach pajamas for the 2nd time in a row because I cut them out 2 cutting out sessions ago now. But I am going to, as I say, work on my Sorrento jacket. And if I get that finished, I will start on the beach pyjamas. I have set aside Wednesday for a filming day. Don't know if I think I talked about it in the hangout, but I am going to be doing my October and November lookbook, my one take waffle for Patreon peeps. I'm going to do a review of the 8577 shirt dress because we all know I love that dress. I haven't done an actual proper review on it. I've made I think 8 now, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to do a review for the 6380 Butterick Gertie dress. It is available, I think, through Simplicity now. They've rebranded Gertie's patterns. I think it's a Simplicity pattern now. I will double check. But if you can, if not, I know it's out of print, but if you come across one, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous pattern. So I highly recommend it. So I'm going to do a review on those because I've done quite a few of those now. I am also going to do my December sewing plans. Hopefully the how to line a Sorrento jacket, how not to make a Zimmerman cape of dreams video as well, like the sort of intros and outros for those. So I've got a lot to get done on Wednesday. I have told Mum that I need the sewing room for the whole day, so hopefully she's okay with that. And I need to film a waffle as well, so I am going to be busy, very busy. But then I will have lots of stuff to edit when I get to London, and I'm going to be setting up my bullet journal when I get to London as well. Some of the guys in the hangout were quite interested in that. I think I've kind of come up with a way that I can make it work for me, because one of the things I love about bullet journals is all the artwork in them, but I am not an artist, so I am going to utilize stickers, washi tape, and I have a little HB Sprocket printer, so I am going to utilize all of those things, and hopefully that will give me something, still allow me to express my artistic side without actually having to draw anything, because that's where it kind of all goes a bit wrong. I have in my head what I want it to look like and it ends up nothing like that. And it's because I don't practice. I used to draw a lot and I just don't anymore. Anyway, I'm going to get the Patreon newsletters signed and sealed so they can get sent out. Then it is on to butchering my cape for parts. Fingers crossed it works. It'll be fine. So I've just filmed the intro for the lining Sorrento jacket video. I forgot how comedically bad this was. When I put it up, I was sort of saying please be kind in the comments, because mockery, you know, it's to be expected. Like when I showed Mum and Dad, Mum thought it looked like the pattern and Dad thought I'd made a fancy dress costume, and yeah, I mean, it's just laughable. But as I have mentioned, I think a couple of times now, I am going to be doing this sew along next year with a duck egg blue wool to recreate still the Zimmerman cape. And now that I have this one to work off of, I know what not to do, so there's that. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to get on with cutting out my Sorrento jacket out of bits and pieces of cape. I'm going to enjoy butchering this. It's been in a timeout thinking about what it's done, but I still am going to enjoy cutting this up. The sleeve fits! The clap was for editing later.
Oh right!
Mum thought I was clapping for because I'm happy. I'm going to try again.
Yeah, sometimes it's good last week. Right now I'm good. Hey!
Hello, I love to do yes.
Look, doctor.
I do.
Or sign anything, we have to talk.
Hello.
I don't understand. The agency must make some mistake. My wife is not a reference.
Hi.
That's impossible.
Okay, I don't know how much I filmed for the Sorrento jacket lining video and how much I filmed for the Waffle, and I won't find out till I go and edit, but my laptop's died and my charger is up in the main house and it's dinner time, so I'm going to call it a night. I have got a collar, a waistband, 2 cuffs, 2 pocket flaps, a yoke, a back panel and 2 front panels. So it's all coming together. I actually only had to go to my extra piece of fabric for the waistband. The rest of it I managed to get out of the cape, which is great. So I have still got quite a lot of wool left. Mum suggested a waistcoat. I'm not ruling it out because I kind of like that idea. It could possibly happen. But yes, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. I just probably maybe a waistcoat, maybe a bag. Quite lightweight, maybe that cap, the Vogue cap. I could try that. I don't know, but there is quite a lot there, so I can definitely make something with it, which is nice. It's actually not that late, it's only 10 to 6, so I could totally come back down here with my charger later after dinner. But I think I am going to call it a night because it's been quite a long day. I've got quite a lot done and I still have to edit all of this as well, so yeah. I need to make some lists about what I am going to film on Wednesday and what I need to pack, because I'm taking a few bits and pieces like some bedside lamps up to Wilson's as well. So yeah, I think I will call it a night for today, but it has been a lot of fun. I'm really glad that I could get all of the Sorrento pieces cut out of the cape. I knew I would be able to, but it was one of those things where it's just like, oh, I hope so. But then when the sleeve fit on the back panel piece just perfectly in around where the welt button holes went, so yeah, it's all good. But anyway, on that note, I'm going to stop waffling at you and go and eat something, go and sit with Chiana and get this all edited. So I hope you've enjoyed the little bit I have filmed for today, and I'll see you all tomorrow with a finished jacket. Bye!